Okay, welcome back. I'm going to change things up a little bit where I normally go over the team and all the records and stuff like that. Then I move on to the quarterback stats. But I'm going to kind of change things up. I'm going to go over the quarterback stats first, go over the team stats afterwards, and then make my prediction. So last year, obviously, Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback, franchise quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. In his rookie season, he didn't fare out that well, but in his sophomore season, he sure managed to get his ish together. He finished with a total of 4,113 yards. He went 387 for 584 and a touchdown to interception ratio of 25 to 8. So pretty impressive for a second seasoned quarterback. And now I'll take a look at the team's stats, standings, and so on and so forth. So the Jacksonville Jaguars at week 13, or I believe week 14, they were sitting at four. Sorry, week 13, they were sitting at 4-8. It looked like the season was pretty much doomed at that point, as Tennessee did have a fair advantage at that point in the season as heavy favorites to win that AFC South. But the most impossible and unrealistic thing happened, where the Titans lost, I think, 6 or 7 games in a row, and the Jacksonville Jaguars managed to win 5 games in a row. So ultimately, they got their division crown. First time they got that since the 2017-18 campaign when they had Blake Bortles behind center, and that they led that team went all the way to the AFC Championship, but ultimately failed against the Patriots. So the Jacksonville Jaguars, they played the Los Angeles Chargers in the wild card round, got a huge comeback win, a win I don't think anyone saw coming, a win I don't think they even deserved, but ultimately the Chargers chargered their season, and the Jaguars moved on to the divisional round to play the Kansas City Chiefs, where they would fall against the Super Bowl champions. So you can't really knock them for losing to the Chiefs. I mean, when's the last time someone beat the Chiefs? Oh, yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals in the 2001-2022 season. But prior to that, when? The Chiefs are just an absolute dominant force in the AFC, and they're going to be a dominant for as long as Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are together. But that's another video for another time. So getting back to the Jaguars, so they did finish 9-8, as I previously said, and as highlighted in said column, they went on a 5-game winning streak. Their home record was 5-3, which is pretty respectable considering they only played 8 games. Their away record did not look as good, as they only got 4 wins compared to 5. Now, obviously, if you're going to be under 500 when it comes to road or away games, you're probably not going to have that much success in the season. But because that was the one of the weakest divisions in football last year, that ultimately didn't matter if they had an above 500 record or below 500 record, home or away. They did have an above 500 record when it came to playing their teams in their division, as they managed to squeak out 4 wins with only 2 losses. So, not too shabby, in my opinion, for a team that no one expected to do anything last year. So, coming into the 2023-2024 campaign, I believe there is lots to be hyped and excited about for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They should compete for yet another AFC South crown. I'd be very shocked if they didn't. I do believe it is going to be another battle with the Titans to claim said crown. And I'm going to make a firm decision on this, that whoever gets that division not only is going to get in the playoffs, but I think it's going to be really hard for another team in the AFC South to get in as a wild card team. I honestly believe there's at least 2 teams in the AFC North that could get in, 2 teams in the AFC East that could get in, and 2 teams in the AFC West that should get in. And I do mean, like, when I say 2 teams, I mean 1 division winner and then 1 wild card winner. So I just believe it's going to be really hard for a team in the AFC South to get into the wild card position, even though there are 3 spots. But again, there's only 3 spots and 4 divisions. So my true gut is telling me that the Jaguars should get this division next year. They're just so dominant of a team, and they didn't have as many additions as previous teams that I have looked over had. I believe they just had a couple of players leave due to free agency. And I will take a quick little gander. So they just had offensive tackle Juwan Taylor. He signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. No surprise there. And then on defense, Arden Key, a defensive end, he signed with the Tennessee Titans. And I'm going to sound like a broken record, but again, it's more common to sign with a team in your division than it is to sign in another division or another conference. It's just the way it is. As always, thank you very much for tuning in, and until next time, take care. Let's try this again. Take care.